Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're at the European Championship for Shotgun in Osijek, Croatia for athletes under 18. Yesterday was a day of duets, and today we wrap up the competition with trio events. We are live on the official ESC YouTube channel, Facebook page. If you missed any of the finals yesterday or even today, we had the first one, the gold medal match for trap trio women event. You can find it there. My name is Martina Lucic. I'll be your commentator for these events here today, and I'm joined by my colleague here, Rory McAllister. And thankfully, really thankfully, the rainy days are over. Sun is shining since yesterday, even with the lights changing here and there and a little bit of wind picking up that we've seen in the gold medal match. It's still quite a comfortable weather to be shooting in, and I would even say close to perfect conditions for these athletes, these under 18 young athletes that are shooting, and some of them even trying out the finals range for the very first time in their careers. That might be a long careers, you never know. This is range B, the famous finals range over here that the competition is happening in. We're going to see the bronze medal match athletes coming out soon for trap trio under 18 men's event. These are the event details. We have 2 teams competing, 3 teammates in a team. In the matches, each athlete will shoot 5 targets per round. There's going to be 15 targets in total per team per round, and after each round the team with more hit targets wins 2 points. In case of a tie, they each win 1 point, and of course once they get to 6, those are the ones that win. Bronze medal match, and after that, gold medal match coming up. In the gold medal match, we'll have Croatia and Czechia. And now here in the bronze medal match, we've got AIN and Slovakia. Let's look at the qualifications that were happening here today. The Croatian team is going to be shooting on their home ground. Already a lot of supporters are here, even watching the gold medal match in trap trio women that just ended. Now the bronze medal match, AIN and Slovakia. And then for some that are in the stands right now, awaiting Croatia and Czechia and their gold medal match. So the bronze medal match is just about to begin here at the European Championship in Osijek, Croatia. Coming out now is Team AIN. Some of them we've already seen in the finals. We have Nikita Pritkov, the 17-year-old who won the bronze medal in the solo event 2 days ago. We have Denis Dubinin, yesterday's bronze medalist from a duet. So we know he's a good teammate. And we have Denis Goncharov, who is debuting at his first international competition of this size. He is 17 years old. Nobody here in this team is even 18 right now. Here comes the Slovakian team, Milan Zabransky, who is also debuting just like Denis Goncharov from the AIN team. He is 16 years old. And we have Teo Gese, 17-year-old, who was 7th at the European Championship in Chateauroux last year. And then last but not least, we have Jakub Havlicek shooting with his team. The coaches are coming out as well. We've already had some timeouts happening in the gold medal match with the women. And if it's perfectly timed, the timeout can really change the trajectory of the finals and what is happening. Here comes the jury in charge. Yakis Heracoulis of Cyprus. Mr. Yannis here. And here comes the referee. From Turkey. Gorzuk. He's actually got two referees on the side referees that have these red flags that they put in the air if it was a miss. Another thing is the VAR that the coaches or the athletes can ask for in case they're not sure if it was a miss indeed. And then if they get it right, they have an opportunity for another request for a VAR. If they don't get it right, that's it. That's the last of it. So you can't ask for just any, and you want to be really sure about that hit or miss. Here are the cartridges that the athletes came for. They're sealed. And we have the jury here waiting on the athletes with the sealed boxes, making sure those are the exact right ones that went through equipment control. They can be up to 24.5 grams. Here are the coaches. Sometimes the coaches complain, even saying it's even harder, you know, sitting back. You can't do anything. You're not the one on the range. You're not the one shooting. It's even harder for us. I wouldn't get into that debate, but the athletes are coming now, stepping onto the stations. There are 5 stations in a trap. The athletes shooting here. The team on every and each of the station within those rounds is going to get one right, one straight, and one left target from each station. In trap, as you know, the athletes don't know where the target is going to go, so they always have to be ready for either of these options.
You make a great point there, Martina, about the coaches as well and being so helpless, because normally, of course, in normal final, it's a non-verbal coaching, hand signals only, that kind of thing. And some coaches are certainly more vocal in their sort of hand gestures than others. You know, immediately coming to mind is Giorgos Salavantakis of Greece, you know, probably one of the most animated people that we have in the world of shotgun shooting. But this, of course, because of the timeout system, it means that the coaches can approach and make that verbal coaching and just jump in to give those extra either words of encouragement or just slight changes. Speaking of, actually, Salavantakis is a coach for Greece. He's going to have to watch his own son later when it comes to the gold medal match. So that's something I don't think I could handle at all.
That's something that actually happens, I would say, even quite frequently in shooting sport. It is sort of a
family sport.
Family sport, yeah.
Family. Family, as we'd say in the UK.
Going through the test fire, I think we're almost ready to start with the competition. So each and every athlete needs to shoot 5 targets for 1 round. And even if it starts not too well, it can end pretty well, which we've seen in the gold medal match with the women. It's a long round. So it's not over till it's over. And I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. We've got Slovakia and AIN in this bronze medal match. The referee is pointing to Nikita Pritkov now, the bronze medalist in the solo event. He's the first one to shoot, and he shoots down the central middle target as he starts off the bronze medal match. A repeated target for Dubinin. And a right target. That was a nice hit after that break and a moment. It can really put you out of focus, but not for the team of AIN right now. First miss, and it's on the Slovakian side. But as I said, the way they start does not have to be the way they finish.
great shot as well. I do like it when that happens. The target just clipped and doesn't stand a chance. Just goes waddling off to hit the grass.
To be fair, this was a tricky one for Dubinin. To make it up for that lost target, Milan Zabransky hits the target now, and he needs backup from Teo Gese and Jakub Havlicek as well. Still that one target behind. Not too much of a difference. Still something to overcome, especially after Pritkov now missed his target. I'm not sure whether this is my imagination or not, but I do feel like men usually have a stronger tempo. They shoot a bit faster in trap than the women, and this is across all categories, senior and juniors, even here for under 18. It does feel like they pick up the pace. They just can't get out of that one hit of a difference.
Yeah, we've only seen a 3 out of 3 in the opening 3 shots from the 3 individual neutral athletes. A close series, and a total of 15. In the medal match we've just seen, most of the series were won with this kind of sort of total, around 7 or 8. So about the 50-55% hit ratio for a series win. But already we could see double figures. Certainly now we have, so 10-6. So Slovakia really needs to pick this up. They're 4 behind.
Still falling behind here. In these kind of medal matches, really every hit or a miss counts as a big one. And there's not really a lot of room for error anymore on the Slovakian side, which is putting more pressure on the athletes as well. But it's not a time to relax for AIN either. That was like a tick off the target right there in the last moment by Nikita Pritkov. Denis Dubinin asking for a moment, coming back onto resetting the timer, and he hits this target, the right one target. That can be a tricky target for right-handed athletes.
Yeah, great shot. Seals the series win as well, because Slovakia can only get to a total of 11. So they know now that they're going to have to pick it up again in the second series. And they're chasing.
Maybe they'll feel more comfortable shooting first, which is going to be happening in the next round. But yeah, no more opportunities for them here in this round. Not even with that last hit from Jakub Havlicek. 2 points go to AIN, and they take the first lead.
A nice confidence boost in some ways for Slovakia with 3 hits on the back of the end of that first series. As Martina was saying, now there's a rotation. Slovakia get to go first, so they'll be the ones setting the pace. As we've been saying as well, in terms of misses, if you're going to miss really early on in the series is where that needs to happen, because in the latter stages, it can be over even before, like we've just seen, you have 3 shots left, you can't catch up. It's all over before you've even stepped back up to the peg.
Jan Zabransky with the first shot. Some of the athletes here are definitely more experienced than the others. Few of them only debuting and shooting on a world stage or a European stage. And then we have athletes like Dennis Dubinin, who is coming off from that bronze he won in the duet yesterday. Now AIN is painting a different picture. Than what we've seen in the first round. Right, it's always the right target, I feel like.
Yeah, certainly for a right-hander as well as what makes it more difficult. It's like with the lefts, left-handers going left. Some of them just deal with it better than others. It's the speed as well. These targets moving around 100 kilometers an hour, and reaction times that we're seeing are under a second.
Mm. Now it's a complete tie between the teams. And that always feels like a clean slate, which means further and further you go, each and every target feels like this is the one, you know. Whatever happened before, this is the one. Can put a lot of pressure, especially on the young athletes.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, isn't it, from this format, because you almost get like a reset sometimes in the middle or after the first stages of a series. So, well, Dubinin now has a chance to level, and then Goncharov can put them in front.
Yeah, Goncharov has had a little bit of a tricky start here in this round. Now he has a broken target flying out. Let's see if he can recoup and get back on the horse. Three in a row. To be fair, it was a right target, and the light changed as the target was flying out, so it was a task for Denis Goncharov. But that's an open opportunity for Slovakia.
Interesting, 4 misses in a row for Denis Goncharov, which means 7-7, and Slovakia, I'm sure if they've taken a glance at the scoreboard, have a chance to try and set some sort of chase down target, another no target, so we'll go again. So they can hit a maximum of 9, which means that if that were to happen, then the 3 individual neutral athletes are only chasing down a draw. So Slovakia really desperate for these next 2. So Gese, who's just had to wait a little longer than some of the others so far, just because of targets being reset. And now this is probably the most crucial shot of the entire series so far. He gets it so well. Great reaction times. And now have to check, can almost put this series safe. If he makes a hit and it's a miss. So interesting. They can be eclipsed by 1. They need every single hit. A draw is now the best they can hope for. And if that's the case, then each trio will get 1 point each.
It's all up to the athlete who missed 4 targets in a row.
Well, the ironic moment there, 4 misses and gets the crucial hit to make the draw. 8 hits each. And now The three individual neutral athletes notch up to 3 points. Slovakia are off the mark. It's just a single point from that draw. And now we go into the third series. And once again, we rotate. So it'll be Nikita Prutikov to kick things off.
You know how they say the team is only as good as their weakest link or the weakest teammate. And really, AIN did not have a good round in that last one. But at the same time, Slovakia only made it to 1 point. So moving on, it does seem like AIN is a bit of a stronger team right now. And maybe this round is going to be the one that kind of determines that, whether we go into a tie and move on with the finals or AIN gets ahead even more.
Well, the right target's certainly been the most missed of the afternoon. Early stages of this third series, but really quite pivotal. Slovakia, if they go another 2 points behind, they're staring at 5-1, and that's heaps of pressure then. And this is just for bronze.
AIN is giving an opportunity here to Slovakia for them to catch up. Let's see if they take it.
Just clipped, but just is good enough.
Wouldn't it be nice for the athletes if a broken target was immediately a hit? I mean, it's broken.
That's what I'd be counting on when I was out there.
Oh, nice, nice hit from Dubinin on that right target. Goncharo doing a bit better in the than in the last round. You don't really expect to miss the straight target, but last time when I was in Almaty at the World Cup, I was talking to David Kosteletsky, one of the biggest stars of shooting sport, and he said, you know what? The straight targets are sometimes the worst ones, because you do expect to shoot them down. And we've seen even these young athletes, most of the time and more frequently, they do shoot down the straight target. But every once in a while, when it really matters, you miss that straight target.
I've heard Matt Coward-Holly of Great Britain say exactly the same thing. You know, a world champion, a Tokyo bronze medalist. He said low centre. It's just his worst nightmare. But again, it happens even to the best.
Nice hit on that right target from Milan Zabransky. Here's that straight target. Now Slovakia is in an advantage going into that last target. AIN, not a lot of room for an error. That miss from Dubinin is not going to be helpful.
Well, it's double figures. Slovakia just need 2 hits of the 3 to take the series win. They have 2 chances left. This will guarantee them a point. And now this next shot will guarantee them a series win. Vital, because they're 3-1 down. And Jakub Havelek takes a miss. So it's another draw. It means Slovakia notch up to 2 points. But crucially, what it does is it puts the other three in a position where one series win is now what they need. So Slovakia can afford a draw, but in order for Slovakia to even stand a chance really of taking bronze, they have to take this series win, because the other three, one series win is 6 points, and that's bronze and a podium place.
One by one, 2 times in a row, and they got to a match point in a way. Now I'm sure that the whole morale on the Slovakian side went down, and you can even see it in the scores immediately. And they were the ones who had to shoot first in this round, so it does feel like luck was not on their side. Just barely, but a hit. When it comes to AIN, I feel like most of it is on Denis Goncharov's back at this point, especially after that round where he missed 4 targets in a row.
That's another miss. That means Slovakia crucially now have 9 shots left, so they can only hit a maximum of 10. The miss on the other side. But it's still 3-1. 2 more to go, just for now.
We'll see who breaks the momentum. Oh, not Denis Dubinin. Is it going to be Goncharov? No, it's been rough 6 targets, and now even 7. Might not be a bad time for a timeout. It seems like a VAR has been requested on that last round.
Yeah, Yanis Heraclius of Cyprus making his way to the TV screens. Have a look back. I don't know if you noticed there his damaged hand as well. It got caught in one of the trap machines a couple of days ago. I was talking to Yanis last night and he had it all wrapped up. Today he wanted to get the bandages off, just let the air get at it so that it can actually start to heal. But again, it can be a dangerous place, not just out on the field of play, but also down in the bunkers with the trap machines when you're loading those schemes. Let's have a look then. Let's see what we can see. Well, it doesn't look like a hit to us, but again, yesterday there was an instance in the duet where on our replay, when Martina and myself had a look at it, we couldn't see any clippings, but it was actually deemed a hit. So the jury are the experts. Let's see now what the referee's told.
Yeah, I think the decision stayed on a miss, and it looked pretty clear like it was a miss. Even if it got hit, it would have been hit somewhere in the beginning of its trajectory, not nowhere near the end. So what we've seen was a completely untouched target flying away.
So crucially now, Slovakia lose another VAR review because that last one was unsuccessful. If your VAR review is successful, another one carries forward in the middle match.
Now you can tell it's a lot for the athletes here, and I think this is something that does happen in this under 18 category. You know how it is when you're a teenager. You just get really tired all of a sudden out of nowhere and stuff like that. So these athletes here are battling maybe even more than the seniors sometimes. hit from Teo Gese, the athlete who was 7th at the European Championship in Châteauroux last year. One right after the other. It's a grueling, grueling round right now. It seems like Goncharov is currently the best one from AIN.
Well, Gese absolutely needed that. And now Jakub steps up to try and hit this last one and does so. So Slovakia in front just by 1, but 3 shots on the other side. There's a timeout called. And it looks like it's the coach of the 3 individual neutral athletes marching over just to try and nick in, because crucially, if the trio take this series win, well then it's curtains.
We'll see now. That might have been a superb moment to take a timeout. Looks like the timeout worked, at least for Pritkov.
Massive cheers. That's the bronze medal secured. And it is the golden hit. And wow, what a moment for a timeout. I mean, we were saying earlier, Martina, I think rightly called it earlier, saying it would be an interesting time for a timeout. That didn't quite come. But again, who'd have thought just at the last dying moments before the last 3 shots, the timeout just timed absolutely perfectly. I haven't seen a timeout called so tactically like that in a while.
Yeah.
But the bronze medal match comes to a close. Slovakia have to settle for 4th place. Did pretty well in places, just not quite enough in the tank up against Pritkov, Dubinin and Goncharov. They are the bronze medalists. That was the battle for bronze. And now next, the battle for gold. Croatia, the home nation, up against neighbouring Czechia. And it's coming up next.
Nikita Pritkov, Denis Dubinin and Denis Goncharov can now sit back and relax, watch the gold medal match and wait for their names to be called to step onto the finals range once again, to be presented with the gold and the silver medalist. Thank you for watching the bronze medal match. Don't go anywhere. We still have the gold medal match coming up, Croatia and Czechia.
Good afternoon and welcome back. We've got a gold medal match now. The home nation are up. And all the nerves have to be brushed aside. Croatia on home soil up against the neighbouring country of Czechia. Who will be victorious? Who will take centre stage? Who will take centre place on the podium? Will it be the home nation or will it be the Czechia trio? So the gold medal match in the trap trio under 18s men. Thanks very much for coming along to join us live. We're on the ESC video stream on YouTube and also on the official channel on Facebook as well. Do make your comments, do like the videos, do subscribe if you're on YouTube. You can also hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll get alerted when the live broadcasts arrive. It'll pop up on your phone or tablet or laptop. There's the Croatian flag fluttering resplendently. I've enjoyed my time here in Croatia. I'm here for the 5th time. It's been absolutely wonderful. But I did take a moment to think, I'm glad I'm not here next month. Next month, June the 17th, when England play Croatia in the Football World Cup. All of a sudden, my friends that I've made here, including Martina alongside me, we have to be enemies for a day. So I better not say too much. I mean, that's not me saying I think England are going to win. Again, it's always a good match. But it's not England versus Croatia here. It's Croatia versus Czechia in the gold medal match. We're live for you at the 2026 European Shotgun Championships for under 18s. Well, the athletes are ready. Here come the athletes into the field of play. Announced out by Kristina Pleta-Kapic, who is also from the home nation of Croatia. She's our announcer. And the Croatians going berserk, and rightly so. So here's Antonio Chiavlon, and also Diego Dunis and Leon Zegnal. Here come Czechia. And this is Jakub Chmielek, alongside Kamil Bednar, and then Tomasz Wojkówka. I don't know too much about Tomasz Wojkówka. I'm pretty sure he's got family who also compete, but there wasn't too much information available on him before the final. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, particularly at under 18 level, but the only 18-year-old we have in this medal match is Jakub Chmielek of Czechia. Here comes Yanis Heraklios of Cyprus, who's the jury in charge. And we also had to make a VAR decision on that last medal match. May very well have to do it so again. Each trio gets one request for a VAR, and if their VAR request is successful, another one carries forward, so you get another chance. If it's unsuccessful, that's it, you're done. And the VAR is over in terms of your trio for you and the coach. So here comes our referee. A very experienced duo as well in terms of the referee and the jury in charge. And these two really have been around the world of shotgun for such a long time. Really both know their stuff. And it's great to see them here at the European Championships. So the athletes now go over and to the prep area and to their boxes, collect their cartridges, get loaded up, and then come back for a test fire as they settle into this final. Now, of course, as commentators, it's our job to stay neutral, but I myself have been in the situation, and even over the last couple of days, where Great Britain are competing. Martina alongside me from the home nation of Croatia. Again now, about to see your boys perhaps, hopefully, take a gold. Or who knows, it may be Czechia who take the glory and take the centre stage and the gold medal. One glorious thing about a gold medal match is that you are at least guaranteed a medal. You've got a silver before you even take your first shot. It's all about the upgrade. And let's face it, we all want an upgrade in life. You into upgrades, Martina?
Absolutely, especially after Antonio Chiavallon losing the gold medal in the solo event, winning the silver in the end. But this is his redemption moment only 2 days later, and he came out with the backup in a form of Diego Dunis and Leon Zagnal. So we'll see what happens today with the Croatian team against Czechia. I would say they have a great athlete, Kamil Bednar, who won a silver medal at the ISSF Junior World Cup in New Delhi in the mixed team event, showing that he is indeed a great teammate. So that is on the other side, on the Czechian side. So the game is anyone's at this point.
But upgrades though, Martina, like you don't try it on at hotels, no? You don't go to the reception desk. I do. I did it in New Delhi. You know that World Cup you've just spoken about? I went up to the desk and I said, yeah, here to check in. And they went, okay. So, been here before? I said, yes. I said, it's presidential suite this time, top floor. And sure enough, got the top floor, 11th floor. There we are, had an entire lounge. And it works. It works sometimes. You've got to upgrade in life.
I might have to steal that trick from you.
I'd certainly give it a go. A wink and a smile, and just say it with a bit of confidence and a cheeky grin, and who knows. So the athletes just settling it. If you have just arrived, thanks for joining us live on YouTube and Facebook. It's the final day of this European Championships. We had a great time indoors through rifle pistol, and we've had some fierce competition as well out here on range B, which is our finals range for shotgun. And we just have a few more events to come for you. The home nation of Croatia have the pressure of trying to take the gold medal. Czechia, meanwhile, a country that's also just steeped in history. When you look at the record books for shotgun, both trap and skeet, both of these countries have standout names, have standout moments. And could this be another moment for the home nation to go into the history books? Either way, one trio will be crowned with gold and the other trio settling for silver. So it looks like we're all set to go. Well, I wonder how the Croatians going to cheer with every single hit.
They might even cheer for a miss just to, you know, cheer on.
They got off to a good start. 3 shots, 3 hits. And now Czechia have to try and catch up and match them.
I do feel like sometimes it can be hindering shooting on your home grounds. It can be a win in your back. It can be a great thing hearing everybody cheer for you. But also, you know, you don't want to let people down. Depends on which kind of a character you are.
Yes, and there's no Luka Modric super sub to come on. They can't pull Modric out and give him a shotgun after a certain amount of minutes and hope he can turn it around.
Yeah, I'm hopeful these guys are gonna figure it out. So far, hits across the whole board.
Well, 6 shots, 6 hits. Czechia opened up in style. Can they carry on with those winning shots?
Here comes Thomas Wojkówka, the only one that we don't have any prior knowledge about. But he seems to be following the lead of Jakub Čmelik and Kamil Bednar. That was a tricky one. Even the camera barely caught it. The right target for Antonio Chiavalon, the first miss of the finals.
I did wonder at the start if this would be close. It's proving so far. This series, very hard to predict who's going to get this. One thing's for sure, though, I mean, if you're here as a neutral, if you're here for neither country, then just sit back and enjoy.
You could see Jakub Čmelik had a reaction to that miss because he knew they want to be at least one hit ahead at all times. to Antonio Chiavalone. That's that straight target. Nice catch.
Well, she was either just about to cough or sneeze or can't bear to watch.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe praying.
Well, this is real impressive stuff from all of these athletes so far, just to give us such a fierce, competitive and edgy medal match for gold. Well, Thomas now to try and level it going into the final 3 shots per trio. Well, that's a superb hit. It really is for Czechia. They're still in this, chasing after Croatia, who've had the lead.
It's going to be a tight battle.
When we go to the second series, it'll rotate, so Czechia will have the honours to shoot first. And that's all you can ask for. 5 shots, 5 hits. And Zegnal will try and close out this series with a total of 14. Does so. Superb shot. Czechia now under pressure. They're on a total of 11. They have 3 shots left. They're fighting for the draw. This could be a crucial point for both trios. 1 more to go. And really, Czechia deserved to hit this just as much as Croatia did. And it's a hit. Well, just 2 misses throughout the entire series just shows the level of competition we've got here. How exciting to see all of these athletes. Only one of them 18 years old. That's Jakub Černík. The rest, all 17 and younger. And if you think they're this good now, you just wonder how much better they're going to get over the coming years. So we open up in this gold medal match between the home nation of Croatia and Czechia with a draw. 1 point each. And now into the second series. And Czechia have the honours.
That was a pretty strong start on both ends. Quite hard to even try and imagine who's going to end up on the top of that podium right now. That's a first miss from Wojciechowska. Right before the finals, the coaches have this ability to change the
Starting
lineup, yeah. And so they decide who gets to shoot for second and third. And to me, it's always interesting to think, how do they decide this? Do you want to open with the one that's the, or do you want him to have this whole pressure if it ends up being that last one was the deciding one? It's a tricky decision to make for a coach.
It is, and it's all part and parcel of it all, really. It's all of these elements that go into these single moments, these single shots each time. Those months of training, months of prep, years of dedication, managing people's personalities, what makes them tick, what makes them perform at their best. And that's what you're looking for as a coach. And ultimately, it's a team decision as well.
Now it's been 2 missed targets on the Croatian side in a row, leaving some space for Czechia. No targets lost. putting Croatia in a not such a good situation, especially not with this lost target from Antonio Chiavallone now. Things seem to be falling apart a bit on the Croatian side, at least in this round.
This crowd have gone very silent.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of the Croatian supporters. So Czechia really are the ones in control of this series, and particularly now after that opening hit, because this puts it at a potential draw. And now this shot to take the series and take 2 points. So no target, will go again. So Vojkova now knows this shot to seal the series win and gets it. So Czechia will be receiving 2 points. It's going to go 3-1. And again, some people, may say, well, why carry on if it's over? It's because the trap machines in the bunker are loaded into schemes, so that it's a spread fairness across all the athletes as to the different angles, different heights, the way the clays are going to fire. That's why really you can only call it a day on a golden hit, rather than just now saying, well, Czechia are too far in front and Croatia can't catch up, so we might as well just call it off. But you've got to run the trap machines through their schemes, because that's all tested by the jury and the team before the actual medal matches begin. And there's 15 trap machines, 3 per peg, all loaded into those different schemes, again to randomize the 5 shots for each athlete.
On each of the station, they shoot 1 right, 1 straight, and 1 left one, and they just wouldn't be able to reset that if they had to move on.
So Zeg now just trying to close that out for Croatia. At least it's a bit of a confidence boost with a hit at the end, but they lose that series quite convincingly. That's the second time Czechia have taken a series win. Sorry, second time they've taken a series just with 1 miss. The first one was a draw with Croatia, where we saw both trios just with the 1 miss. But Czechia, crucially, now in front, and the home nation are chasing. They're currently in the silver medal position. Now it rotates back, and Croatia to shoot first.
Czechia managed to hold the level that they came into. There was a little bit of a dip on the Croatian side, but maybe they'll come back around in this round. And yeah, I feel like there's always something flying around on shotgun ranges. In Almaty just a couple of weeks ago, it was all the flies. There were so many flies. If you walk through the grass, there were so many flies flying around. And now here, look at that pollen all over the athletes. I'm really happy nobody's having any trouble with it right now. But yeah, it adds this extra effect, I guess. That's the outdoors sports for you. 3 hits on the Czechian side once again, showing that they're holding that level that they came into the gold medal match with. Zegnal. First miss on the Czechian side from Kamil Bednar, one of the more, if not the most experienced one of the three men in the team. And the Croatian coach is rushing in with a timeout. He sees it's a moment to try and recover whatever's happening with Diego. 60 seconds for a timeout. He changed his mind. There's something else he wants to say to the team before he calls the timeout over. Now the Czechian coach is taking the opportunity to talk to his athletes as well. Let's see how needed this timeout was to the Croatian teammates. Straight target down by Antonio Chiavalon. Diego with 2 missed targets in a row. Hits the left target flying out. Was a great moment for a timeout, looks like it for Croatia. They managed to have 3 hits in a row, which they hadn't done in a while now. Yeah, but Czechia is not stopping either. Might be another close call. 2 more targets for each. That was a broken target. Back to Leon Zagnal. Nice shot on that left target. Rounded to 10 now.
Well, Czechia really needed that one because 2 here will put them to 9. Another miss. This is looking good for Croatia in this series. It may go level. We've still got some shots to go. But now Czechia can only try and hope for a total of 11. So 2 shots from the Croatians, 2 hits will be enough. 1 more, and they have a crucial 2 points in this gold medal match.
Just to show how much a timeout can change what's going on, the last round was, I would even say, a disaster in terms of a gold medal match for the Croatians. But here they are back at it. 13 hits out of the possible 15, whereas Czechia can only hope to come to 11 if all goes well in this last round. Three targets, 1 for each. That's it for round 3. Series number 3, 2 hits, 2 points on a count of 13 hits. It goes to Croatia. The guys are kind of stood in the circle.
I love that guy there in the black jacket and the blue top. Look at that.
Can you imagine? Everybody's super happy. It really looked like a lost cause at one point in that second round. And they came back around in the third one, tied at 3. Now we're going to series number 4. Definitely now we know that the athletes will be shooting all the 5 series in the gold medal match. Whatever happens, I wouldn't even be surprised to go to a shoot-off.
Yeah, I think all of those are strong possibilities just because of what we've seen so far.
Czechia first to shoot now in series number 4. Seems like a lot of targets, but actually each and every athlete can shoot up to a maximum of 25 targets before shoot-off, of course. And 25 targets is actually just a normal round in qualification. So it might not be physically much to bear, but psychologically shooting with your team, trying to get to a gold medal at the European Championship can take a toll after some time. Now, if anything goes wrong at this point for Czechia, they're in an advantage. They do have a timeout still, whereas whatever goes wrong on the Croatian side, they'll have to figure it out themselves. 2 missed targets in this row of targets on the Czechian side now. Great opportunity for Croatia to get ahead. That's a quick reaction from Diego. Now. The song "The Boys Are Back in Town" is in my head right now for some reason.
Well, this series really close. It certainly feels, I think, the most tense of the ones we've had so far in this medal match. Czechia on 6, Croatia take their 3. And with each and every hit, the cheers roar from the stands. And this, but a chance to stay 1 in front. Back down to Leon Zegnal.
Yeah, it was quite quiet there at one point in that round, and it's getting quiet now. Hopefully it doesn't continue on. Slim hit from Chmelik. No more advantage for the Croatians. They have to work with what they've got right now.
So even with this hit, Croatia will still be 1 behind. Czechia with the advantage in this series. That's another miss. Can they have just blown it? Oh, Czechia here going to go 5-1 in front. Well, this will put it beyond Croatia, this shot here. And no target, go again. So Bednar will have to settle it again, go through the pre-shot routine, just stay focused. He needs this target to put Czechia to 5 points. And does indeed get it, dead center as well, decent shot. Punch of the air. And now Tomáš to finish off things for Czechia in this series. And Croatia now just shooting to keep the schemes going, and now shooting for pride and a bit of confidence just to go into the next series. because they'll be trailing by 2 points. Crucially, the next series, if it's a draw, then Czechia automatically then become the European champions and take the gold. So the pressure will really be swung back onto the home nation, be mounted on their shoulders. They need a series win if they're to stand any chance of taking this then to a shoot-off. So Czechia claim the series, Series 4, and they're up to 5 points. If you have just joined us, welcome along. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. We're into the gold medal match in the trap trio under-18 men at the European Shooting Championships. And Czechia are in front. They are now 1 point away from being gold medalists. If it is a draw, that's all they need. They just need a draw here, Czechia. Croatia, on the other hand, if they want to upgrade from the silver to gold, need a series win.
Not a great situation for Croatia going into this round. Even if they win this one, they know that the shoot-off still awaits. So it's it does seem like a long way to go to end up at the top of the podium. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do if that's what's asked. And if it goes that way, I'm sure they would be happy anyway, ending up on the top of the podium. It was a strong start from Kjaval and Dunic, but Zagnal lost this target. And Czechia has been shooting just a bit more stably throughout the whole gold medal match. That was a miss from Kjaval on that right target, and he's getting pretty angry about that one. I would expect so. Losing in the finals in the solo event, now trying to get to that gold. It can be quite a pressure. From station 5, that's a miss for Jakub Čmelik.
Well, miss is starting to creep into this match. Fatigue, perhaps, long days. They've also been competing across duet and solo last few days. And mentally, really, really tough.
Coming closer to the end, it feels like every target is even more important than the ones that they've been shooting. So that can have a effect as well.
So Czechia calling the timeout. Interesting.
Good moment to do it as well. They haven't had a timeout so far. It was looking a little bit wobbly here with those 3 missed targets in a row from the team. If anything, it does seem like a very, very good time to have a timeout. Not for Croatia, though. Not for Croatia. This might change and push some wind into the backs of the Czechian team. The trio shooting here in the gold medal match. Jakub Čmelik, Kamil Bednar, and Tomas Vojkovka. There's still some targets to shoot, and that was the second miss in a row for Jakub Čmelik. Sometimes the timeout helps, sometimes it hinders a bit back. Depends on the athlete. That was a nice shot. And the straight target from Wojciechowska. Cavallon lost 2 targets in a row, but now he hits the left target, gets a real big applause from the stands. Diego Duniš misses the target. They do seem to get starting to be really angry at the targets they're not hitting. They know what's coming if they don't make it. Five targets lost on the Croatian side, 5 targets lost on the Czechian side. They're really not letting us rest.
Yeah, this is a pivotal shot because a hit now puts them on 7. So a draw is possible depending on what happens on these next 6 shots. Well, it's a miss. Real advantage, I think, for Czechia to try and take this gold. Crucial shots for Croatia now. And a vital hit, really needed that. Great shot from Duniš, and now Zegnal really needs to hit this to give Croatia a chance to carry on for gold. Well, big cheers from the crowd. They've done all they can for now. So the gold medal is in Czechia's hands. They need all 3.
Croatia can only hope for the same thing that happened in the second target with Czechia, with all the finalists, but that's not happening. Kamil Bednar now hit his target.
So this one, a draw is good enough.
All eyes on the target of Wojciechowska now.
Oh, he does it! And a draw. That's when a draw matters. A draw is good enough. It's another point, but it puts Czechia up to 6 points, and they just eclipse the home nation by 2. A great battle we've just seen between the home nation and neighbouring country Czechia, but Croatia just eclipsed in the end. And it was a draw, the draw that mattered, and the draw that got Czechia to the top of the podium. An incredible match. Jakub Čmelik, Kamil Bednar and Tomas Vukova are the European champions, and they'll take centre stage and the centre place of the podium at the medal ceremony when they pick up their gold medals. Meanwhile, Croatia, what a valiant effort from the trio, the home nation having to settle for the silver medals.
Antonio Cavallon, Diego Duniš and Leon Zegnal, they had big support in the stands, everybody cheering after each and every hit target, but in the end, yeah, it was a rough battle. They had a couple of rough rounds, and really deservingly so. In the end, Czechia won the gold. They became the European champions in the trap trio under 18 years of age men event. And here it is, confirmed. Individual neutral athletes win the bronze from the bronze medal match that we were watching in the beginning of this stream. Croatia with the silver and Czechia with the gold. Thank you for watching. This was Trap Trio under 18 men's event of the European Championship in shotgun here in Osijek, Croatia. A very sunny place now, finally. We'll be back with the skeet event, skeet trio under 18 at the European Championship here. Bronze medal match and a gold medal match coming up.